Hi, I'm Diana Kokoska. You know, the other night, Frederick and I got together and we started talking about team leaders and how important it is that you actually understand that it's not about Keller Williams, it's not about you. Your recruiting is all about that individual agent. What are their goals? Are they achieving their goals? What's important to them? And you know, the more that we spoke and the more that we talked, and of course Frederick is like the #1 recruiter of all times. I think he recruited over 500 people in 2 years. Come on guys, that's a lot of people. And you are going to absolutely want to watch this over and over and over again. Frederick doing a needs analysis with a recruit.
Hi everyone, this is Frederick, and I'm about ready to do a needs analysis with Holly, someone I've never met before, and I want to go over a couple points before I get started. Number one, please, while you're doing a needs analysis, feel free to have notes in front of you. You can write down the questions that you want to ask someone. I always have the top 8 or 10 questions that I want to ask. Number two, while you're getting the needs analysis, make sure you mirror them. You'll notice maybe today that I mirror Holly, and also that when she says something, I might even mirror what she says. The third thing, as team leaders, the worst thing we can ever do is go into presentation mode. Please, please, as you watch this needs analysis, notice if I have something that I want to get into presentation mode, I stop myself and tell her I'm going to answer it later, because I have got to get the needs analysis before I go into presentation mode. This is going to be fun today, guys. Let's get started. Well, hi, Holly. Thank you very much for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
Hi, Jean.
Thank you, thank you. First of all, I want to thank you very much for coming in. I know how busy you are. I want to go over a couple things today if I could. Number one, I want to get to know you.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to get to know a little bit about us. And I actually want to kind of look at your business, if I could, a little bit and see how your business is going. Is that all right with you?
That sounds great.
Is it okay while we talk if I take notes?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, let's get started. How long have you been in the business?
For 2 years now.
Oh, great. Great. With the same company?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what you did before real estate.
Before real estate, my background was in banking.
Oh, cool.
I was in banking for 5 years, and I also did a lot of office management work. I was an executive assistant for another company here in town.
Cool, cool, cool. So how long have you been here in Austin? Are you an Austinite or?
Practically, about to claim it as home. I've
Good.
been here for 17 years now, and
wow.
just came to Austin, went to school here, and stuck around. I love the city.
So it's been 17 years since you've been here.
Yes.
And go Horns this weekend.
I know.
By all means. Let me ask you a couple questions. Even before, where'd you come from?
I came from Conroe.
Oh, good.
Conroe, Texas is north of Houston.
All right. Yeah.
And it's about 200 miles or so from Austin.
Oh, good. So that's home.
That's home. That's where family
Cool.
is.
Good, good, good. So you mentioned family. What kind of family do you have here in Austin?
Well, I'm married. My husband and I have been married for 7 years.
Good.
And we met in school and fell in love after college and got married.
Cool.
So happily ever after.
Well, what's his name?
His name is Brian.
Brian. Cool.
Yes.
What's Brian do?
He's a creative service manager, and so he manages a team of people that work on brand imaging and web management and development and design.
Well, neat. Oh, great. Can't wait to meet him someday. Bring him in any time. Let me ask you just a couple questions, if I could, while we get started. You mentioned you've been in the business 2 years.
Yes, that's correct.
Lately, the market has shifted, as you know. What do you think the biggest challenge you've had in those first 2 years?
I think the biggest challenge is staying ahead of the market, being where I need to be as far as educating my clients on what they need to know to strategically move their home if it's for sale, or to purchase a home if they're a buyer.
Let me ask you a little bit about your business. Have you done mainly buyers or mainly sellers the first 2 years, or let's analyze your business a little bit.
Absolutely. Majority of my business has come from buyers. I would say
Okay.
about 2/3 buyers and about 1/3 has been with
Okay.
sellers listing their homes.
So you work mainly with buyers.
Yes.
Okay, so what kind of price range, or how, explain that to me.
Absolutely. The area that I reside in currently is in the Pflugerville area.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so a lot of my buyers have been within that market, and the price range has been anywhere from the low 200s to about the mid 300s.
Cool. So with the shifting market that we've experienced recently, what do you feel is your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge with the shifting market is just educating my clients.
Okay.
I want to be ahead of the market and be able to communicate with them appropriately where they need to be if they're selling their home or if they're purchasing.
Okay, so you feel like you have to educate your clients the best you possibly can.
Yes.
And let me ask you right now, what kind of training are you going through right now at your current company to help get you there in that regard?
I don't do much training with my current company. Most of the training I do is training that I've found myself through my membership with the Board of Realtors here.
Oh, good.
Or online.
Or online. So you mentioned online. What kind of online services do you use for your education?
Absolutely. Thanks for asking. Online services for continuing education classes that are mandatory for the Texas Real Estate Commission.
Okay, cool. Well, let me ask you a couple of things. You mentioned your husband here in town. What do you guys like to do for fun?
For fun, we like to grill.
Oh, do you really?
Yes, we like to grill.
You're a Bobby Flay addict, huh?
When he lights up the fire pit, I pull everything out the fridge. If you ever seen the Cosby Show, I mean, I'm like digging and put this on there, and so we really enjoy grilling and having friends over and watching movies, or if it's football season, watching the game.
Oh, great. Good, good, good. So besides having fun with your friends, grilling, by the way, I want to be invited over. I'm coming over. I love to grill too. Besides that, what else do you like to do?
Well, I volunteer in the community. Good. I really enjoy giving back and helping other people, and so I find myself volunteering on different projects every year. For example, this year I'll be volunteering at the Dell's Children's Center in the recovery ward with children that have had major surgeries, just to be there as a support for them and their families.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Thank you very much. Okay, so besides grilling out, having fun at the Dallas Children's Center, thank you very much for doing that for our community. That's phenomenal. What else do you like to do?
Well, I participate in activities at my church.
Oh, great.
And that's a lot of fun. There's a small group of us that we kind of grew up together through college. And so we'll do different activities with our church. For example, one thing we did, we went down to the Dr. Pepper Museum and to the zoo up in Waco area. And so that was a lot of fun. So we like to be around them and just to, we call them family too. And so we enjoy spending time with our church family.
Oh, neat. So close friends from college are still around.
Yes.
That's awesome. So this is going to be a weird question. Before I want to start analyzing your business, if I could, a little bit. But before I get that, you've been here for 17 years. You love UT, I know that. You have close friends. But if you could live anywhere in the United States, would you live in Austin, or where would you live?
I would live in Austin.
Would you? Good.
Yes, absolutely. This is the place that I'm going to call home. I don't have any intentions of ever relocating.
Oh, cool.
So.
Well, that's good. Boy, you got it in your heart now, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, good. I always like to see if because sometimes people have dreams of going to the mountains or going to the beach or whatever, and of course we're far from both of those, but thanks for sharing that with me. Well, let's talk about your business.
Okay.
Because I really want to look at that. You've been in the business 2 years.
Yes.
Okay. 2/3 of your business is coming from your buyers. I'm just curious, what would be the perfect office environment for you? And what are you looking for in a real estate company?
A perfect environment for me for an office would be one that has some energy in it.
Okay.
One that is a team, that they're all working together for everyone's success.
Okay.
I have a saying, personally, that you're never successful until you can help other people be successful. And so that's how I define success in my life, is being able to help others. So I would like to be in an environment where people are helping one another do what they do best.
Okay.
And that can just be very rewarding and a positive environment to work in.
Oh, cool. Well, you mentioned all your friends, and you guys do stuff on the weekends and do things. Do you do stuff with your real estate community right now, with your office right now, or?
No, I don't do much with the office that I'm currently at. Outside of just team meetings, that's about the only time we spend together.
Okay, so outside of team meetings, you don't do that much with the office.
No, we don't.
And that's something you'd look for because you want some energy.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I'm going to get to that later to show you what we do. Holly, let me ask you this. Where do you see yourself 3 years from now, 5 years from now? You've been in it a couple years. Where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now?
Well, in 3 to 5 years, I see business has definitely grown. I've grown as a person and as a leader, and have begun to establish and grow a team. I see myself with an assistant and progressing towards the next level of having other people that are working for me in my business. People that are assisting me with listings and with showing clients homes.
Now, what would that actually, like you mentioned, you wanted to join a team, maybe get an assistant. So right now you don't have an assistant, right?
No, I'm by myself right now. I'd like to build a team, though. That's my goal.
Okay. And as you know, and I'm sure I'll mention to you later, you can probably double your business with just one assistant hire. And I'll share that with you later, how to do that.
Oh, that'd be great.
So 3 to 5 years from now, what kind of production level? What are you looking for? Is it units or volume, or how do you think?
In volume.
So where do you see your volume, let's say, since you're thinking volume, because you know units will follow volume, 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years from now, I'd like to be minimally making $25 million in volume.
Oh, great. $25 million is an awesome goal, and I'll tell you, Brian would be really excited if you hit that goal. I'm sure he would be.
I would think so.
Yeah. Now, just to clarify, you mentioned Brian. Do you spell Brian with an I or a Y?
It's with an I.
With an I. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Well, good. So 5 years from now, $25 million. So what kind of, let's put it this way, what kind of business do you think you have to do next year to get yourself started to that 5-year goal?
Significant more business than I'm doing currently. I feel that I'm needing to incorporate some more structure into my business to get me to that goal.
All righty.
For a goal of $25 million being 5 years out, I would say next year I would need to be on track with a minimum of $7 to $8 million.
Okay, 7
and
to 8.
then to grow from there.
Perfect. Well, we can get you there, 7 to 8 million next year, if you follow the systems that we're going to provide for you, and I'm going to show those to you later. We can definitely get you there. It's up to you, as you know. I mean, you're going to be doing the work, right?
Absolutely.
But I'm really looking forward to helping you do that. So let's look out in the future, and I really want to talk about your business. Let's talk about your business a little bit. What kind of lead generation techniques do you use right now?
Well, for lead generation right now, I do a lot of prospecting through people I know.
Okay.
And through people I don't know. When I'm out, I'll go to the mall and prospect and meet people and talk to people in the grocery store, wherever I'm at. I wear my realtor hat.
Good.
And I'm looking for future clients. And I also do prospecting through online newsletters that I send out every month.
Oh, cool.
And just trying to create an awareness with people I know that I'm in the real estate business, and this is what I do, and I can help you.
How many people are currently in your sphere?
In my sphere right now, I would have to say people that I can easily pick up the phone and talk to, that receive my newsletter, probably about 200.
200, that's awesome. So that's part of even, you mentioned your church group before.
Yes.
Your UT family.
Yes.
Right. So you have 200 on your sphere of influence. What kind of database program are you using right now to track those?
I currently use Outlook.
Okay. Cool. So any other ones like Top Producer or Red Tools?
No,
or any
I
of the others?
don't. My newsletter is automated through another service, and so that typically goes out automatically. But in addition to that, I do some personal follow-up.
Good. So you use Outlook and then do your own personal follow-up?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let me ask you a couple questions about your business, about your day in general, and what you're looking for. Because right now, I know if you have 200 people in your database and you're working that sphere, you're going to get business. And I can tell just by your personality, you're going to get it.
Thank you.
I can show you actually how to double or triple that business. I'm going to show it to you later. But besides the sphere, what are there? Do you have a farm? Do you do for sale by owners? Or what other type of, as I call them, funnels that you use to go get business?
Okay. I don't have a farm that I am directly marketing at. There's no central area that I'm looking at right now. When there's a for sale by owner, if it is an area that I'd like to be in, I'll get the number or I'll pull over and go knock on the door.
Okay.
So I try to take advantage of those opportunities as they present themselves.
Okay, so you've been doing quite a lot of business just without a farm. Any other funnel besides that? I mean, do you use the UT alumni or anything just besides the 200 people that you have in your database?
Well, I am part of a large organization of women here in Austin of about 800 people.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just another connection. Of course, now I don't know all 800 people. What I consider my sphere are 200 people, are people that, you know, you can pick up the phone and say, "Hi, this is Holly," and they're like, "Yes, Holly." They, you know, we have relationship, and so they're not including the people that I'm meeting at the mall or in the grocery store while I'm out.
Well, we have a name for that, Holly, and what that is the 200 people that you have are in your Met bucket.
Okay.
And I'll show you that later. You might have heard that. And the 800 people that you have in that organization that you go to, they're in your haven't met bucket. You really haven't met them yet. You might know them, but they might really not know you that well,
exactly.
right? Okay. I'm going to show you how to market to both of those later, if that's okay.
Great, yeah.
Let's get back. Oh, gosh. I'm really curious. I know you want to hit that 5-year goal to 25 million.
I do.
What kind of coaching are you currently getting from your company that can take you to that level, do you think? What kind of personal coaching?
No person-to-person, no one-on-one coaching.
Okay.
I just have the weekly team meetings. There's a little bit of motivational speaking there.
Okay.
And just a recap of the current market.
Okay.
And so I don't have a coach other than myself, if you can say that you can coach yourself.
So currently right now what you're telling me is nobody's coaching you one-on-one.
No one's coaching me one-on-one. I mean, there are different things that I do personally to start my day and to get myself motivated and ramped up and ready to go.
Yeah.
But I don't have someone to hold me accountable. My accountability usually comes from being able to cross that off the list.
Well, I hate to bring it home to your favorite activity, but let's say, and I joked earlier, but if you had Bobby Flay as your coach to do the grilling for you, do you think that would help you grow better?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now, that's what I do personally for our agents, and I'm going to show you a little bit later how I personally coach the agents, if that's all right.
Absolutely.
And I'd love Bobby Flay to come to my house so we can
I
do
would
one of those challenges as we do.
I would too.
Well, Holly, I feel like we've gotten to know you. I've gotten to know you today. And I want to see if we could do this, if I could just ask a little bit more deeper questions if I could, especially because you mentioned you have great goals. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I can tell you have great aspirations. 25 million. Now, 25 million is a lot of money.
It is.
It's a lot of money. So I want to just ask you a little bit more personal. Why would you want to make $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 a year?
Well, I'm looking for a place of financial freedom in my life for me and my family. I don't currently have a family right now as far as children are concerned. We'd like to plan for that. And to be in a place where there are no concerns financially when it comes to being able to afford my family the opportunities that I didn't have growing up. And so, you know, thinking of that number, it's a big number, but at the same time, I believe it's an achievable number. I don't believe it's unrealistic.
When you mention financial freedom, I mean, what does that feel to you when you say what does that look like?
Absolutely, it's me having money in savings, being completely debt free, having the liberty to go on trips throughout the year. It's me giving back to my community and the people I love and to helping them.
Cool.
To build them and to help them achieve success in their life.
So you mentioned giving back to your friends and family. Because I think we'd all love to travel as much as we could, but what's that look like?
I really would like to operate under a spirit of helping the community.
Okay.
And whatever it may be, it may look like different things at different times of the year. Whether it's my time that I'm giving or whether it's finances I'm giving to a worthy cause.
Okay, great. So what I'm hearing you say is you could give back to the community.
Yes.
You have financial freedom, which means debts are all paid off. That feels really good, doesn't it? Okay. You and Brian could travel anywhere you want to.
Yes.
different times a year, wherever you want to.
Yes.
That's kind of cool too, isn't it? That would be fun. So if we could, as a company and myself and our staff, get to where you could make that much money, would that be really, really important to you? Not the money, but the ability to give back.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you how we can do that later, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right?
I would love to hear
I'm
that.
going to do it. All righty. So let's go back to your business a little bit, okay? We've analyzed a little bit where you, that you get 2/3 of your business from your buyers.
Yes.
All righty. You know, most of the agents, I can tell you this, if I can flip that around and get it to where 2/3 of your business is listings,
Okay.
do you feel like your business would be more consistent?
I think that it would be.
Really?
When I have a listing, buyers usually come with the listings.
Right.
You get phone calls from the listings, and so I see how it opens up doors of opportunity.
Yeah. And you mentioned you haven't had a farm area yet.
That's correct.
Okay, so if I could show you how to do a farm area and actually get business out of it within 6 months, would that be beneficial for you?
It will be.
Good. Well, I can show you how to do that too, okay? Let me ask you a few more questions. I really want to ask you this because we do a lot of mastermind. Do you have any mastermind groups that you do in your company? Do you do any masterminding
What do
with
you
your
mean by
peers?
masterminding?
What we do is we get the top agents together,
Okay.
and we actually mastermind. We sit around in a very closed environment. When I say closed, it's a very safe environment, and we share what we're doing, how we're doing it, how we're getting our business. Do you do any of that kind of stuff? at
No,
your
but it
company?
sounds like something I would definitely
Yeah.
be interested in taking part of.
I'm glad you're interested. And what I want to show you at our company is what we do. We mastermind with our top agents. And